Wipro. Do business better.
Hello and a very warm welcome to episode 6 of the GTB Wipro TV special from the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. I'm Brian Dolby and I'm talking about M2M with two real industry leaders, Tim Marsden, Global Cloud Services Director at Telefónica Digital, and David Canavan, Vice President of Business Development at Axeda. Tim, there's a lot of talk about M2M, particularly here in Barcelona this week, but how do we turn the talk into real money-making applications?
I think, Brian, it's about meeting a need and providing real business value to our customers. And M2M is a great example of a new kind of application that needs the telecom specialist assets and telecom specialist capabilities, as well as those of application providers who develop specific applications for specific industries. And I think it's all about how can we each bring to the table our core skills and how can we put it together into an end-to-end solution that creates value to the end customer. And machine-to-machine is just a great example of a new cloud application that telcos can monetize.
Okay, what's your thoughts on that, David?
So I think as an ecosystem of partners in the M2M business, we need to do a much better job of taking the cost and complexity out of creating these solutions. So we've got to make it easier for the solution providers as well as our enterprise customers to be able to put these solutions together. There's a lot of moving parts, from sensors to modem devices all the way back into integrating into big data systems that you may have, or CRM systems, or ERP systems. So there's a lot of complexity. So we're working with partners like Telefónica and Wipro to take the cost and complexity out of being able to create these solutions and making it easier to get to market with either a vertical focused solution or a solution that could be horizontally used in the market.
Yeah, now that's my next question. Which do you think they should go for, vertical or horizontal?
So I think the mobile network operators really have three choices today in the M2M space. They could choose to be, as they say, dumb pipes, which means provide network services with little value add on top of the network. You could go up a layer and you could sell other people's stuff or bill on behalf of, say, solution providers, vertical focused things that include your network services. Or you could be the solution yourself. So for example, Telefónica could say, we want to dominate this vertical market, so we're going to build a solution from the ground up that satisfies that vertical market, and it will be a Telefónica branded solution, and Telefónica will put all the parts together. They'll be able to sell, market, bill, and support that solution, and then they'll take that solution to market as a Telefónica branded product or service.
Okay, let's get the Telefónica reaction.
Horizontal or vertical? It's a key question. So I think it's all about playing where you have the capability to play and giving value where you can give the value. So I believe that a telecoms provider should be offering solutions that are closely related to their capabilities and to their space. So, for example, in the machine-to-machine area, delivering a cloud solution for something like fleet management, which requires the location, requires the SIM cards, requires someone to put the whole solution together, is a great example of a vertical solution for the transport industry that a telco can provide. But on the flip side, horizontal solutions also come into play. So, for example, if you're offering mobile solutions, mobile phone solutions, connectivity to your customers, then you've also got a great opportunity to offer a horizontal collaboration solution or a device management solution or a backup solution, for example, from the cloud for your customer. So good examples, I think, of both vertical and horizontal solutions, but they're still closely associated to a telco's skills and position in the market.
So, talking about position in the market, should these carriers be doing their own thing, or should they be looking for partners? Partnerships
all the way, absolutely. I think it's really about bringing your core capabilities and strengths to the table and putting together these complex solutions. So I think, clearly Telefónica has a lot of capabilities around the network and the infrastructure and the platforms needed to deliver these solutions, but we need partners such as Wipro to help us to integrate the whole solution together and manage the solution. And also we need the applications as well from other partners such as Axeda to deliver the end-to-end solution to the customer. So partnerships all the way.
Are you a partners man?
Oh, of course. So as a business development person, of course, partners are key to the survival and well as success of of our business. And what we're doing this year in 2013 is we're trying to monetize now all of these partnerships that we've been able to put together over the past few years with the operators, with the edge device partners we have, and with integrators like Wipro, so that we can make it easier again for customers to get these solutions to market. So partners are paramount in our strategy. They're key to our 2013 success, and we're putting a lot of effort, focus, and resources, human resources, behind building out our partnerships so that we can start to monetize these and help customers get these solutions to market.
What are the sort of skills and assets that carriers already have that they bring into play in this area?
Sure. So as I mentioned earlier, so sales, great sales teams, big sales teams, lots of accounts, excellent marketing and huge marketing budgets, as we know just from advertising dollars we see that the operators have. Being able to build very complex billing structures are going to be important for M2M, and being able to support. So having call centers that can take those level 1 calls and react to customer situations on a very, very dynamic and very quick basis are going to be critical. So carriers have all of those components already in place, and they can bring those to bear on an M2M solution. And then what we'll do with folks like Wipro is we'll backfill the solution part of it so that we make sure that we're getting the appropriate solution that's configured exactly to the customer's requirement, so that we can go to market together, to satisfy those customers.
Seems a pretty good answer to me. Did he miss anything, Tim?
I think he did. But the ones that you raised were absolutely fantastic, things that telcos can bring to the table, and critical pieces. But I think, of course, you have the core assets of the network, the data centers, so having data centers locally, or having a global footprint, and being able to provide the infrastructure at both a local level and a global level, as well as the network, to make sure that the application runs as best it can, and also that the application runs end-to-end across the network, are other key assets that telcos have. So clearly we all have very strong roles to play in the solution.
What about OEMs in this space?
Yeah. Well, OEMs are partners. So we need to have OEMs to build the actual devices, to deliver the M2M solutions at the end of the day, just as much as we need the applications, or we need the network and the connectivity. So I think it's about partnerships and about ecosystems and about playing where your strengths are. So OEMs are a key part of that.
Would you agree with that about the OEMs?
Yes, absolutely. So I think what we refer to as solution providers, for different vertical markets, are critical to the success of M2M, because there, at the end of the day, there's two types of developers. There's your solution provider developer. I'm going to build a service and sell a fleet service or a vending service based on some operators' capability, as well as Axeda's capability, as well as maybe some services I get from an integrator. And then the other type of developer is your enterprise developer. I may own a machine, or I may make a machine, and I want to be able to make that machine talk. So I've got a connected product program that I want to run as part of my business, and I think those developers are also critical to the success of the market. So yes, OEMs as well as enterprise developers are at the end of the day, will be the consumers of machine-to-machine services like Telefónica and Wipro and Axeda have.
Well, I think cloud and M2M have been two of the major talking points this week in Barcelona. But thanks for talking to us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Wipro. Do business better.